Hello 7th standard student, welcome to history class by Mamta Shetty. Today we are going to the last part of the second chapter, India before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. I have already completed all these 18 points in the first 4 videos: introduction, Rashtrakoot, invasion of the northwest, Sultanate in north, do you know, kingdom of Vijayanagar, Bahmani kingdom, Muhammad Khan, Mughal power, again do you know, then Maharana Pratap, Chand Bibi, Rani Durgavati, Aurangzeb, and all the conflicts between with the Aurangzeb and all these powers, that is Ahams, Seiks, Rajputs and Marathas. Yes. After this we have already gone through the, I think so we went for this also, what you say, exercise also. Few of the exercise we have finished. Let me see, we have completed already this exercise. Everything about the name the following we have completed. Yes, na? Yes. And we finished this name the following, and then we also finished this odd man also, odd man out, and then answer briefly. The two questions were there, 2 or 3 questions we were there, that also we finished. And now we have, yes, 3 questions we have finished it. And then short notes, yes, write about them briefly. Short note is that, I think so, first one we finished Krishna Dev Raya. In the last session we have finished this Krishna Dev Raya. Today we are going to start with the next one. Those who have not completed this, copy it down, Krishna Dev Rayas. Yes, 6 points are there. Great scholar wrote the books on the politics in Telugu language. Amuktam Malayada. Amuktam Malayada. Yes. So now we are going for the next short note, that is Chand Bibi. Yes, let me see, let me forward it. I think so you have completed this. Yes, now we'll start with Chand Bibi. See, Chand Bibi was a capable daughter of Hussain Nizam Shah of Ahmednagar. She bravely defended Ahmednagar fort against the Mughal attack in 1595. However, the internal strife, that means the internal fight, internal division in the court of Nizam Shah resulted in the murder of Chand Bibi. This led to the capture of Ahmednagar fort by the Mughals. Yes. So this short note, 4 points, very important points. Then Rani Durgavati. Rani Durgavati belonged to Chandil Rajput family. She became queen of Gondwana after her marriage. She was an excellent administrator. After the death of her husband, she fought for a long time against the army of Akbar. She did not surrender and died on the battlefield. Why? She did not surrender, but she died on the battlefield fighting against the Mughal army. That is one of the most important point. Yes. So I want you all to complete this. Now next is give reason. The Bahmani kingdom disintegrated into 5 arguments. Why? What happened? Yes. Factionalism among the Bahmani Sardars increased after the death of Muhammad Gawan. Yes, there was division among these Sardars. The conflict with the Vijayanagar kingdom had an adverse effect on the Bahmani kingdom. The provisional governor, they also began to act more independently. They did not want anyone to be their ruler. And these all factors led to the separation of Bahmani kingdom into the 5 different division fragments. Rana Sang's army was defeated. Why was Rana Sang's army defeated? After the battle of Panipat, Rana Sang of Mewar, he brought together all the Rajput kings. This battle was fought between the Babur and the Rana Sanga at Kanau. Babur, what did he do? He used all the artillery reserve force, which played a very important role in the battle of Kanau. Yes? And as a result, Rana Sanga's army was defeated in the battle of Kanau. The third give reason. Rana Pratap has become immortal in history. Yes, he fought for the Mewad's independence. Maharana Pratap of Mewad continued the struggle for existence. He gave a violent fight to Akbar to maintain the independence of Mewad. Hence, Maharana Pratap had become immortal in history for his warrior, courage, self-respect and sacrifice. Very important point. Next give reason. Fourth one. Aurangzeb imprisoned Guru Tegh Bahadur. Why did he do? He was the ninth Guru of the Sikh. Yes. Guru Tegh Bahadur was the ninth Guru of Sikhs. He strongly protested against the Aurangzeb's policy of religious intolerance. Hence, Aurangzeb imprisoned and beheaded, killed Guru Tegh Bahadur in 1675 CE. And the last key reason, the Rajput fought against the Mughals. You can pause the video and you can complete the exercise. First, Aurangzeb failed to secure cooperation like Akbar. Akbar was having a cooperation of Rajput, but Aurangzeb failed to secure the cooperation of the Rajputs due to his expansionist policy, because he wanted to expand his kingdom. He annexed Marwar after the death of Rana Jaswant Singh. Durgadas Rathod crowned Ajit Singh, who was the minor son of Jaswant Singh, and fought against Aurangzeb for the survival of Mewar. Mewar, not a Marwar. Now we go for the completing the lifetime. Let us see a timeline. 1336 CE, actually it is in this form, in the textbook it is in the different form. Okay, no problem. 1336 CE, establishment of Vijayanagar kingdom. 1347, establishment of Bahmani kingdom. Okay. Let's go little back. Okay. 1509, Krishna Devaraya ascended the throne of Vijayanagar, and 1526 establishment of Mughal power. So I hope that everyone complete this exercise. Today we are ending the second chapter. The seventh one is you have to use the internet and find more about the personalities you have studied here. You can find it and you have to fill. Don't do this. This is an activity. No need to do it. But you just go through. If you are having time, go to surf to the internet, see the names, type it up in a Google. You will get lot of information regarding the ruler, Mughal dynasty, even the conflicts, everything you are going to get. Okay. So here we end the second chapter. Thank you.